Yeah, hello, what's up everybody? It's in the description, I can't remember the name. Anyways, welcome to this here deck tech. It's a commander deck tech, which you probably already know, and my commander is Niv-Mizzet Dracogenius from Return to Ravnica. And the reason I'm using this one and not the guildpact one, which is the Firemind, it's because I don't have the Firemind and I suck. Yes. So, the plan for this deck is to basically shoot my opponent to death with Niv-Mizzet's ability, which is pay 1 blue, 1 red, and Niv-Mizzet deals 1 damage to target creature or player. So I'm just going to deal infinite damage to any opponent I want to, and that's basically the premise of this deck. So, here is the deck. Haha. And for anyone that's just gonna draw you a bit. It's just into some fun puns. I'm using purple sleeves for this deck because in the artistic world, purple equals red and blue. So that was like best pun I've ever made in my life. So let's start off here with the mana base. I'm running. It's a really weird mana base. I'm running 12 basic mountains and 15 basic islands. It's really, because I've seen a lot of decks running up to like just a few basic lands, but I chose not to do that, mostly because I can't really spend too much money on the most expensive mana base in the entire existence, so I have to just, basics. I want a Sculling Tarn, but, money. And I'm running a Izzet guildgate, a Shivan reef, Swiftwater Cliffs because life gain, mad life gain, and steam vents, which is basically the coolest card in existence. I also use Faerie conclave. This card here that I cannot remember the name of, it's volcanic something. It's from Chandra and Jace versus dual decks sort of thing. Yep, that's the thing. And of course, command tower, which is, I don't include because command tower. Darksteel, citadel, and the cheapest fetch in the entire existence is Evolving Wilds. The promo art for dragons, Evolving Wilds. On to artifacts. You can probably already see it, but the best card in Magic, Sol Ring, too overpowered. Best card in the existence. We have a doubling cube, which is a part of my combo with another card, which I am going to show you later. We got Temple Bell because drawing cards is fun. Best 3 words in Magic. Darksteel Ingot because basically indestructible and any color of anything in the entire world. And Panoptic Mirror, which because I'm a mean person, so I like to make infinite combos. So this one plus and the doubling cube are artifacts I use in my infinite combos. So I'll be sure to let you know when the other cards come. As for Planeswalkers, I'm really running Ral Zarek because he is my bae. I even have his super sweet art right here for you because I could. He's my bae, and he lets me take extra turns, and that is very fun because my opponents do not like me when I take extra turns, aka my friends. Jace the Living Guildpact. I'm using his. Oh, I'm also using him. I'm not using him too much for the -3, but mostly the +1 and the -8 because it's fun to sort of restart the game, and it's always fun to brainstorm-esque things in your deck because you like seeing things. Jace Architect of Thought because he's awesome, and -2 is sort of the best thing that could ever happen. Nearly. And Chandra Nalaar, she's from the dual decks, which is why I have her in this sweet art, and I have her because I get to shoot whatever I want. Alright, and then it's off to sorceries. I got a bunch of them. All this is sorcery. We are running a Red Sun Zenith because I can shoot people. We're running a Ponder because turn 1 Ponder to OP. Best thing ever. We're running a Fireball, By the way, if anyone knows which set this is from, I would like to know. You can see the thing right there. It says 1996 if the camera can focus, which is of course it cannot. Hold on. Focus. Yes, there we go. So if you know where this is from, I would like to know that because I have no idea where this is from. Yep. You're focusing. Yes, we are having a Mizzium Mortars because dealing more damage. That's everything I do. Epic experiment because flavor reasons, and it's really fun when it goes off. It can backfire a lot, but you know it's fun when it actually does go off. We got Bolt of Keranos, we got Scry, Breaking Point, which is my board wipe-esque thing. It's either that or I deal 6 damage for 3, and it's like, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Hammer of Bogardan, and signed. Because damage. Rage of Purphoros, same thing here, just damage and scry. Traumatize because I'm an evil person. I don't like my opponents drawing cards. Master of the Way, sorry, because fun. Blast of Genius, basically a Master of the Way, is only one more. Grenzo's Rebuttal. I like this card a lot because I can kill things if my opponent owns, and I get a red ogre token, and I am I like making tokens. So I got my custom tokens right here, and I have the best token for this because, you know, Shrek is love, Shrek is life, you know, for red ogre right there. All right. Yes, because fun. Best joke ever. Anyways, yep, Grenzo's Rebuttal. Temporal Trespass which is the card I use on my Panoptic mirror to just take infinite turns because I am an evil person. I can't use the Del though. Spelltwine because it is really fun. If I know the deck of my opponent, I can be like, yeah, I want that card, and then I just kill everybody. Time Reversal because it is great and the art is amazing. Just look at that shoot. I love you, Mr. Howard Lyron, which is the artist of this card. This is a really amazing art because it just shows awesomeness. Alright, off to instants. Derp. Let's find all the instants. We got this card, which I just cannot remember, but it's counter target spell. I use a lot of counter magic. I'm a mean person. It's counter target spell unless control pays X and scry 2 basically. So it's a cool card. Bluster Squall because reasons. Counter spell. Cyclonic Rift because I'm an evil person. Arcane Denial, more evilness. Thassa's Rebuff. This is actually really good. This is probably one of my better counter spells in this deck. Even though I'm not really onto Devotion that much. Negate, Redirect, Izzet Charm, Dream Fracture, my favorite counter spell. Polymorphous Jest, Cancel, the good olds. Plus and Zenith because it's amazing. Faded Conflagration, Ascends Backlash. Wild Ricochet because it ricochet faktisk. Ricochet, well, you know, Wild Ricochet or something, I think it is. It's fine, shalala, will be. Because fun. Illusionist Gambit, because more fun. Steam Augury, because even more fun. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna take this and you do that. And if you go in an alliance with your buddies, you can have like, this pile is 0, this pile is 5, and I gain these 5 cards. Thought Flare, because draw 4 cards. Riddle of Lightning, because a lot of damage. Firemind's Foresight, because it's sort of a tutor, and I can tutor lots of counter spells, and Bluster Squall with it. It's the only one drop I have, so yeah. And the one enchantment I'm running in this entire deck is Curse of Bloodletting, because my shooting spells are double deadly then. I was running Possibility Storm because it is such a fun card, but I got really, really annoyed about it when I remembered that it's also when I cast things, so yeah, it sort of backfires a lot. Anyways, creatures. Of course, we're running Goblin Electromancer because it's just very good. I'm using Battlefield Thaumaturge because of Fireball. It makes Fireball infinite times cheaper. Echo Mage because I can take 16,000 turns after each other if I get to level them up enough and cast the right spell and have enough mana. And I can also do it on my opponent's turn. And in one of the Commander games I have with my friends, they played a card which made them like 13 zombies. I was like, yeah, I want 26 of those. So yeah, that was fine. Clever Impersonator because of Echo Mage. This deck's duplicate and Phyrexian Metamorph. I'm just doing all those to get like 4 Echo Mages, and I can just use all their abilities and copy every spell like 8 times. It's insane fun. Filigree Sages for my Dublin Cube. It's a part of the unlimited mana combo I have in this deck because I like having a lot of mana and shooting people to death. With my Niv-Mizzet, like, what up? Nothing, bruh. That's fun. So yeah, I tap my Dublin Cube, float like 10 mana, use 3 to untap my Dublin Cube, and then pay 3, tap my Dublin Cube, and I just keep doubling and gain. It just turns out to become seriously fun. And then Talran Sky Summoner because I can get a lot of Drakes, and of course because I got Drakes, you gotta have the best custom token in existence. You gotta have Drake tokens. Ah yeah. Found that shit off the internet. Delira Master Polymorphist because when I get tired of creatures I can just recycle them to get better creatures. Hypersonic Dragon because everything has flash, or my sorcery has flash. Crucial Chemistries because draw 2 cards. Draw 2 cards. Hoarding Dragon to search up my sweet artifacts. Charmbreaker Devils to return every instant I ever owned into my thing. Guile because I get to cast my opponent's spells. If you don't know what this card does, it's the first text there is this card Guile cannot be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. If you counter a spell, exile that spell and you may cast it without paying its mana cost. If you counter it. And the last thing is if Guile goes to the graveyard, you just shuffle him back in your library instead. And he's so fun. I never gotta play him though. Melik is a Paragon because twin cast, and Delirium Primordial because if you have something fun in your graveyard, I will steal your graveyard. Alright, this deck is a work in progress. It's by far done. I have still like 20 something ish cards I really want to put into this deck. If you have any suggestions, you 12 people watching this, of what I can take out, what I can put in. I mean, I'm always up for that. Hi, Shrek. And I will gladly take any advice I can get. So yeah, I will see you in the next episode, or things. I might make deck techs of my 2 other modern decks, but whatever. I'll see how this video does. So, without further ado, shall end this episode. So, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all your YouTubing things, and I will see you later. Bye.